Louis Riddick thinks that J.J. McCarthy is going to start right away. Take a deep breath, gentlemen. Take a deep breath. Sir, what you think?
Can we get his money?
It's okay, man.
Sora, breathe. It'll be okay.
I'm breathing. Are we waiting on me? What's happening?
Yeah, I said Sora.
Oh, I didn't hear you say my name, bro. I just heard take a deep breath, gentlemen. And I was like, are we done breathing now? What's happening? Yeah. I was like, is everybody still breathing? What's happening? Yeah, this is interesting. All right. I have been on the record before stating that I don't think any rookie quarterback should start immediately. I'm even saying the same thing with Drake May, Caleb Williams, and Jaden Daniels, and those were the top 3 picks. I don't like rookie quarterbacks starting immediately. There's a reason why you sign these veteran quarterbacks like a Sam Darnold for Minnesota. I mean, yes, you can say what you want about Sam Darnold. I get it. But you are throwing your rookie quarterback into the Wolves. And also, I just realized, never mind. And also, if J.J. McCarthy doesn't look the greatest, you don't think that's going to have the Viking fans already up in they're already up in flames. They're already ready to tear everything down. Mm-hmm. And also, this is Kevin O'Connell banking his job on this dude right now. You don't think Kevin O'Connell's not going to be on the hot seat anytime soon? Especially if the Vikings and J.J. McCarthy don't look great immediately. And then on top of this, J.J. McCarthy looks bad. Questions in Minnesota are spiking about, is KOC the guy? Do we make a mistake with J.J. McCarthy? And then, again, the cherry on top would be if Bo Nix is doing amazing for Denver and they're winning. And again, Justin Jefferson, you have to do everything in your power to make that man happy.
If the Bo Nix things happen, do you know that I will ascend?
You are going to be the most insufferable motherfucker. Like, I already know you, dog. Woo! Petty Roosevelt's coming back out.
I'm going to say Petty Roosevelt.
Petty Roosevelt has been away for a while. He might come out of retirement Tom Brady in 2018?
It's the God of War Kratos meme, bro. You've given me the flames of war. I might have to give it back to you, though. I'm about to say, especially if Justin Jefferson's unhappy, bro. Not only do you got to worry about all this stuff, but then you got to look at Jefferson.
I got you, Dana.
That dude needs whatever he needs. You better deliver, because he will leave, and then you're in deep shit. It is bad if Justin Jefferson is gone, bro. If he wants a damn Pomeranian, you better get that man a Pomeranian. Do whatever you can to keep him happy. And I don't know if starting J.J. McCarthy week 1 is going to do that.
Yeah. I don't know either.
You are sending this young, naive, porcelain-looking child into the Wolves. You're sending him to die.
Don, what you think, man?
Well, talking numbers as far as the contract, as I see some of the comments, McCarthy's deal is supposed to be fully guaranteed for 4 years. Should be in the neighborhood of $21.8 million with a $12.7 million signing bonus. So we're talking roughly $8 million a year between the two.
Right.
Well, you're already paying a $10 million bridge named Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
So I don't think the Vikings are going to rush JJ into playing with a $10 million guy named Sam Darnold already signed. I do think there'll be a healthy competition, and it's not impossible. It could happen, but I don't think they are going to shatter the confidence of him, putting him in week 1 just because he was their draft pick and he was a quarterback. I do think he will play this season, but I think the staff is going to be very careful when that happens.
Again, don't let it be like the situation with Carson Wentz and Sam Bradford, where they traded, and I don't know if that's what they're thinking of doing, but look at how well that worked out for Carson Wentz. The one good season, and then that was it.
Yep.
Granted, you can say injuries and mental stuff, all that for Carson Wentz, but look at all of the quarterbacks that didn't start immediately and look at where they are now. Patrick Mahomes sat behind Alex Smith. Jalen Hurts sat behind Carson Wentz. Baker Mayfield even sat for a little bit behind Tyrod Taylor, and Justin Herbert also behind Tyrod Taylor. And look at where they're at right now. There are too many examples of just having your rookie quarterback wait for even just half the season, even just a couple of games to learn, benefits you more than just throwing them straight to the wolves and giving them the middle finger. And also, again, just go back to writing the story. Sam Darnold starts. Season looks bleak. Vikings are struggling. KOC's on the hot seat. KOC makes the move. We're starting JJ. JJ, who actually knows what he's doing now, actually has some knowledge, comes in, gets you on a win streak, maybe beats a couple of rivals or two, gets you into the playoff. That's a storyline that will give the Vikings hope, save KOC his job, and cement JJ as your future starter.
Facts.
NFL script writer, call me. I got you.
Why does, bro?
Go ahead,
I find it more than ironic. Evo joins right at the perfect time. Now, here's how I feel about this. We, like Sora said, we've seen this time and time again. We literally just saw it from the division rival, Green Bay Packers, potentially even doing this again with Jordan Love and Aaron Rodgers. And here's the thing: you don't have to let him sit. You let him sit until Sam Darnold plays terrible. If Sam Darnold starts off 0-1 and 2 or 0-3, then you bring in JJ, get the changer of the scene. You let him sit for a few games at least. If you throw him into the fire, the basic throws he makes ain't gonna get a cut done in the NFL. It ain't. We don't know what their schedule is going to be, so we can't break down their first 3 games and go based on whether or not that would help him or hurt him. But from what is known from college with him, he benefits from the run. And that's what's going to help him, though, to be fair. You're going to have a good running back in Aaron Jones.
Mm-hmm. I think, honestly, I did not know that Sam Darnold was 26, so I had to take a look. That is incredible value for what you got and the trajectory that Sam Darnold's been on. Call a ball, a strike, ladies and gentlemen. But if you looked at his last 5 or 6 games with the Panthers and you told me that wasn't an improvement, I don't know if you know how to watch football correctly. I'm going to just be completely honest with you because he looked like a totally different quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what happened. But him going to go learn under Brock Purdy and taking the back seat and not saying anything, being back at his home state and all that, did wonders for him too. And then now that the Vikings went out to go sign him, why would you just bring him in just to be a vessel for JJ McCarthy with his age? If anything, you're going to fuel the fire of that dude now by bringing somebody that young in. And also, it's great for the Vikings because J.J. McCarthy is 20 years old. He's super young. There's no need to put your foot on the gas right away.
Right.
And what's going to happen, and I feel like this is coming, is they're going to start J.J. week 1, and it's going to suck for his mental. It's going to suck for his maturation process. And then Sam Darnold's going to come in, and he's going to ball out, and it's going to cause a great rift for the Vikings because now what's going to happen is you guys took all this draft capital to go draft this guy, and then if you see Bo Nix and these older guys start doing well, it's going to put more pressure on the Vikings that they should have went out and got a Michael Penix Jr. or somebody that's going to be sitting behind the best but the worst enemy of you guys that's going to help him develop because it's going to be like a competition between those two, which competition makes everything better.
Yeah.
This is a huge negative. And don't let Dallas Turner not turn out either. You guys, we gave you guys a C, but it could be the worst draft. I know we said that about the Jaguars, but if it would be a huge miss if those two dudes don't turn out right. JJ McCarthy has a ton of upside. I mean, anybody just outside of like every time that I rag on a dude, I've always said that he has a ton of upside too. But KOC's on the hot seat. Desperate times come for desperate measures. JJ McCarthy, everybody wanted him. He's from Michigan. They needed him out in Minnesota. He's used to that weather. He's going to be playing some cold weather teams. It all made sense. 20 years old, got the Playboy face, all that stuff.
Oh my!
But all
goodness.
that stuff gets thrown out the window if Sam Darnold comes in and wins 12 games and takes y'all to the playoffs. I'm just saying. What y'all gonna say then? Oh, well, maybe hindsight's always 20/20, but I can't wait until people are like, well, maybe we should have took a flyer on JJ McCarthy. I'm gonna hate it for JJ if he is a week 1 starter because I know people are gonna drag him when he does bad.
Throw 30
And it's not gonna be fair for him. Y'all put that much pressure on that kid's shoulders, and it's gonna be solely the Vikings' fault because he's not ready. He's not ready. Every time I watch the film, I'm like, I do not see NFL quarterback. Yes, that was a good throw. That was a great throw downfield. This was pretty good. But I'm like, wow, that was an easy throw. I can make that throw. I can make that throw. Are you telling me that like my dog can't make that throw in open space if he had the arm strength to JJ McCarthy? Like on the other side of that too,
Cassie.
for a guy that threw for 2,600 yards and to get drafted in the first round, blasphemous. It's crazy. How do you ignore a resume of all these other guys that throw 4,000 yards, 30, 40 touchdowns a year? When has ever the things that have happened on the field not translated over to the NFL? Don't let Bo Nix ball out. I'm telling you. Y'all going to be kicking yourselves for years, and I'm going to just laugh. And the Packers got better. The Lions definitely got better. And the Bears got Caleb Williams, who could turn that franchise around because they built that team around him this year. Y'all might be the worst team in that division, bro. I don't know. I'm just saying it. Drafted
Honestly,
off of up.
Nah, you know what? This is karma for the Kirk Cousins hate. Y'all deserve
I'm about to
this.
say, if JJ failed, this is
Y'all
what they
deserve.
deserve.
I don't feel bad anymore. I'm sitting here.
Don't let Kirk go down there and put him in the playoffs and take him deep, and then they. What'll be funny is that
if it's wild,
they get blamed for
Minnesota
everything
and
else.
Atlanta,
They get blamed for everything else outside of Kirk. Don't let Kirk go into a playoff game, throw for like 350 and 4 touchdowns, and they lose by a field goal. What they gonna say then? Oh, Kirk can't win a big. Stop, brother. That's just as bad as the Bo Nix guys. Like y'all are just as bad as the Bo Nix haters.
Don't let it be Atlanta versus Minnesota and like the wild card and Atlanta win it.
Yeah, but Manny, you can say that JJ and Dallas come on all until you're blue in the face. None of these dudes that have been drafted are guarantees. They're not, and I'm not naive to say that. But again, what you have proved on the field will always be a better measurable than a what if. I'm sorry, I can't do it. That's why Bo Nix is miles ahead of him. I said the same thing about Anthony Richardson. If that dude don't pan out, it's because they took measurables off of success on the field. He was not ready. He needed one more year in college, and JJ needed one more year to prove themselves. I'm sorry. National championships is a team accomplishment. That doesn't mean that you're a great quarterback. How many great quarterbacks? When Josh Allen was up in Wyoming, they only won like 7 games with him as a starter. You think he's not a winner. All right, dude's doing everything he's the Kirk Cousins of this generation, I guess, because he can't win in the playoffs in overtime. But they don't talk that bad about Josh Allen, but they will about Kirk Cousins. Ain't that something? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Again,
get over to a guy that's been sitting in free
karma
agency.
for all the Kirko hate. I'm sick of it. I was there defending Kirko from the end. I'm not even a Vikings fan. I'm sick of this shit.
I've said what I said about JJ. I'm not going to sit here and argue. I don't care what he did in the national championship. That was all riding on the running backs and defense shoulders. I don't care what anybody says.
We need to look back at what
he
Donovan
threw
Edwards
a completion.
did. Do we need to look at what Donovan Edwards did during the Natty?